Hi everyone, welcome back to Our Enchanted Budget. Today we're doing Mini Monday. So this is the $30. We have actually spicy fives this week. 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay, and then the savings challenges are in this box. I know I don't have a binder like the other people. You know, they always have it nice and organized. But, you know. All right, so where were we? This one's still not done. Let me push the stuff to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these are all still not done. Okay, and then I have the dice. I have a 6-sided die and 4-sided die. 4-sided die is for these two challenges because it's like a roll and save, so I'm not gonna need it until later. And then this one, whatever number I guess, let's say I rolled a 6, then I will put one bill to 6. See, I do this order because it fits better, but it confuses me. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the 5s in somewhere in the middle so it's more random. Okay. And these savings challenges are all on my Etsy shop if you're interested. And I know these are all fall themed, but my mind is already on to Christmas. So actually it's like a lot less than 10 weeks now till Christmas. So, you know, if you're wanting to use Christmas challenges, they're on Etsy shop as well. So, and the link should be in the description. Okay, so let's start rolling. 1. How was your weekend? 4. I have to think about what our weekend was like. I feel like it went by so fast. What did we even do? We did definitely go grocery shopping, which was a little bit more expensive than I expected. I usually do the rough calculation in my head before I go in to kind of prepare myself mentally, and usually I'm not that far off, but I was really surprised. It was $65 at the register, and you know, it's under $80, so it was within the budget, but it was still surprising because I didn't buy any meat besides ovals. And if you don't watch my grocery hauls and dinners, ovals is the turkey kielbasa that I slice into circles / ovals, and my youngest calls them ovals because that was one of the first shapes she learned to say, and so now the whole family calls them ovals, and kids love them. So I know it's processed meat, but it's one of the few protein sources they like to eat, so I like to incorporate that. And also it's pretty cheap compared to other meats. So basically I didn't buy any like raw chicken or beef or anything, but it was still $65, so I was surprised. So my Tiny Tuesday is gonna be a little bit smaller, but that's okay. At least I'm saving something, right? And that's the last of the spicy 5. Other than that, we did the usual park and library. Library is great. They had like a random crafts that you can do. It was I guess maybe they're like construction paper that are different in different colors, and they must have ripped them into little confetti pieces. And then they had like a coloring page, and then instead of coloring with, you know, crayons, you could put the glue on and then put the construction pieces on to make the art. And sorry, I was talking and I can't remember. Did I roll this and put the money down, or did I not? I'm just gonna go ahead and roll it because I can't remember. And my youngest is 2, so she doesn't really understand it, the rule, but she did enjoy using the glue instead of markers because it's different. And my oldest actually was able to follow the instruction and make the art the correct way. Again, I don't think there's really like a right or wrong way to do those crafts, but at least how it was intended. So I was very impressed. And she was able to even like write her name by us just like saying which letters. And she also spelled like 2 other words. Well, not spelled, but like write two words just by us giving her the letters. And she's in pre-K, so yeah, the school is definitely teaching her right. So I'm very grateful to have good teachers, although I miss them, both of them, when they're at school. All right, so I finished rolling. This is number 1. Oh, this one is roll and save, so let me get the 4-sided die. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 for number 1. Let's see. This was 3 and this was 1. Let's decide what the table and the bench are worth. 1 is the table. I mean, that's perfect because I can color the flame and the table, but let's just go ahead and do the bench. Bench is 2. So how about I do the outer flame and the bench? That way we leave the little ones $1 for later in case I roll like I allocate very small amount next week. I really want to be done with this and the other fall themed ones soon because I want to use the Christmas one. And I want to be able to use up the Christmas one before it's New Year's. I'm just gonna go ahead and color the legs because I didn't specify any amount there, or I didn't put the $sign there. All right, we're getting there slowly. All right, I feel like this is going to break the clip, so I'm just going to maybe I'll condense it later. Okay, later as in after I finish filming. Okay, this was number 4, but it's right in front of me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. This was $2, so I'm gonna color the hedgehog. Oops. My oldest is wanting to go to pumpkin patch. I guess we went last year to actually go get a pumpkin. This year we're not doing that. We are getting them from Aldi because it's cheaper, but maybe we can just go to like a farm store that has pumpkins. I'm actually not sure if it's free to enter the pumpkin patch just to visit. If that's the case, it might be fun to just visit and look. But, you know, I don't have like $20 to spend on a pumpkin that we can't even eat. So, And I was saying this in the cash stuffing video too, but all right, let's do number 2. Number 2 only got $1. This week was kind of expensive, or last week was kind of expensive because I had an urgent medical thing come up. It's been taken care of, so it's all good, but, and I'm gonna do lemon pie. And I think lemon pie is my mother's favorite pie, so makes me think of her. Almost done. Really want to be done with this by Thanksgiving. Although Thanksgiving is still like a month away, so it's all right. I was saying this in the cash stuffing video too, but this week last week it was a little bit expensive, and you know, with the doctor's appointment, the medicine afterwards, and I'm also expecting and then the, you know, groceries, and I also had a little impulse buy at Dollar Tree, and then I have a piano person coming to tune the piano, which I know is gonna be a few $100s. That's gonna come out of my savings. So, and, you know, and also we're having some car troubles. It's like one thing after another, and so I'm really realizing like I need a bigger sinking funds. I need more detailed sinking funds, and I'm gonna redo them, and I'm hoping to redo them with you guys after I like actually think through them for the year of 2026. And I'm also thinking that I am like, I don't know if I can stay a stay-at-home mom at least for this coming year, because the biggest expense is the daycare. And there, yes, I could take them out of daycare, but my oldest is in pre-K and she's learning so much, and she knows the teachers and she has friends, and she could be very shy, so I don't want to take that socialization away from her. But of course, if we're in a real pinch, we are gonna have to just take them out, no choice, right? But if I could give them a choice, I would like to let her go to the school she's used to until she goes to kindergarten. And then the youngest actually loves going to school. It's like they're sisters, and they're so different in some aspects. She's like the opposite when it comes to school. She loves going to school. She seems to love the playground at school, the activities and friends. So I would hate to take that away from her too. So, you know, if I consider that as like a need, then it's looking like I really do need to find some kind of part-time job. I had applied before. Let me just do this one. 3 is $1, 2, 3, 4, $5. But at that time, I didn't, we discussed and say, we're not doing the weekend because, that's family time, right? And I do value that. But, so I didn't get the retail job, but I'm thinking since it's seasonal, it's the busy season, right? Retail. So it might make sense to get a part-time job, even if it's seasonal, to bring in a little bit more extra cushion. And so, I expanded the availability, after discussing as a family, and I'm hoping that I can get maybe a seasonal job to relieve some of the financial burden. But we'll see what happens. All right, so number 5 got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it got like almost quarter, no, not quarter, what am I saying, half of $30. I forgot what I was starting with. And then this is the one that was already there. Oh, this is roll and save. Sorry, I'm like not on my game, which is not new, right? Sorry, that was not a good roll at all. One. Lots of ones. We didn't finish anything this week, so far, at least. Four. I really do hope get the part-time job so I can be useful. 3. All right, that's gotta be enough because I had 12. So let's do, this is 10, and let's do the 2. On a good note though, the weather is nice, very much like fall. It is I think maybe it was Saturday, it was feeling a little bit like winter, and I was not a fan. I don't like cold, so I was like, no, I'm not ready. But today it's very nice, it's sunny, it's cool but not cold. The air feels fresh and crisp. I love it. So number 6 has $5, and this is predetermined, $2 each. So what I'm gonna do is color 1.5 and hope that next week me remembers what that means, because I could be forgetful like that. All right, let's hope I remember next week. And let's hope that next week I'm not feeling so down about using so much money. And that maybe I have good news about a job. We'll see. We'll see. So that was all of the challenges for Mini Monday. And this money, whatever we finish, goes into my sinking funds binder, which, like I said, we have to redo. And I'm talking as if like you're a part of it. It's really, I have to redo it, but I'm making you guys go through it with me. So I appreciate you being here. And this is, but the current setup still has a fees binder, and I did calculate how much fees I need to save up for the whole year of 2026 at least. And that is $350 at least. The fees I know of. That's a big goal. I think we have $35 from September's completed challenges. We completed, what did we complete? We only completed 1 so far in October. So let's hope that we can finish like maybe these 2. And then, you know, maybe we have a lot more stuffed in the phase binder. We'll see. Anyways, I'm going to condense this a little bit. Maybe I'll make it a shorts, who knows, and put them back in the box. But other than that, I'm all done today. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.